Hey everybody, and welcome to my guide for this week's Race C at Suzuka in the Group 2 cars. So this is a quick video just to get you up to speed on what to do and when to do it. So let's start with the quali lap. So here we go then. We're on Suzuka, we have the race medium tires, there's no race hard tires here to use. And we're coming down to start the qualifying lap. So it's important in this corner here to get a very good exit. Clip the curb, keep as smooth as possible over there. And you want to sometimes drift out wide as well to keep your maximum apex speed. On this occurrence I went to the inside, but that doesn't matter as you'll see through the lap. So coming down to turn 1, you can brake very late at the last marker board there, just past the curb. Yep, you keep it nice and smooth in the corner. Make sure you're smooth on the throttle, get on the power and come out through the S's. This is a great part of the circuit. It's left, right, and keep it nice and tight in the middle there. And make sure you're getting maximum speed here, as much speed as you can carry for the apex. Keep tight to this right side here, right side again, be a little smooth here, a little lift, and floor it, and full speed right into Degner 1 and Degner 2. A great part of the circuit. You want to carry as much speed as you can through here before you get under the bridge, sometimes 4th or 5th gear there, down to 2nd, and get on the power nice and smooth and hard, and there you go, under the bridge. So we're already up on our previous time, so it's looking good so far. And down to the tight hairpin here, first gear, keep it to the apex, smoothly on the throttle, smash it out of the corner, and here we go, round to spoon. And so far the lap's going great. It's a really great circuit, it's great cars to drive on the circuit, they have lots of downforce. So pay attention to where we brake here, just the 50 board, come in, clip the apex, get the exit there, a little bit of trail braking as well, 2nd gear, and smash it and keep it wide on the exit. So now we come to the crossover, and we're almost completed the lap already. It's such a quick lap here. You don't have a lot of time to think. So you want to go full speed here through 130R. There's no lifting at all needed. Full speed and no problem at all. You want to brake just here where the pit lane starts. On the right hand side, these yellow markings. So look out, there's your braking point. Every single lap, that will never move. So here we go, coming across the final corner. Keep it tight to the inside for maximum time, and we did a 148.140, so not too bad at all. I only did 40 something miles for that, so that's not too bad at all. And I ended up 247th today, so not too bad. Plus, also good news, I'm now an AS driver again, and you're going to see why. So here we go. This is my first race of today. I've done 3 races today. I've won 1 and come 2nd in 2 of them. And this is my first race I did. So as soon as you start loading in the game, burn fuel, because fuel is not an issue here, but tire wear is. So here we go. We're starting in 2nd place, and you want to keep this slipstream, but remember your tires are going to be really cold. So coming down to turn 1, you're going to have the slipstream to the car in front of you, which is going to make you have dirty air, and you're going to have cold tires too. So be very careful here. I've seen a lot of people just drop it. So even myself, they're going wide at the apex. So okay, we're through turn number 1. Down through the S's again, and you just want to try and keep the pressure on. If you don't start in pole position in this race, if you start, let's say, the top 2, the top 5, just keep that pressure on, and you're going to see why with this guy in front of me. It's very, very important to let them know that you're there and keep within the slipstream range of the delta. So far this race is going great. We've had no offs or anything like that, and it's very, very easy to go off here. Suzuka is a very tight track, it always has been. And it's very punishing. So here's my problem with what's going on here. This guy got a slow exit. He's going to go very, very slow into the hairpin, and I'm going to tap him a little bit, I think. No, I almost tap him, but he comes out. Now he's slowing me down. He's pushing me back into P3, and I don't know if you saw the loading screen that loaded up, but these guys are like AS rated, so I'm going faster than these guys, you know. So there is that. So my aim is to try and not to be overtaken by 3rd place, but maybe try and overtake 1st place here. But the problem is on this track, on these cars, with no differences in tires, in the sense that you only run the medium tire, you're very limited on where to overtake unless someone makes a mistake. So your job, if you're behind them, is to pressure them into making a mistake. And we're about to see something happen very soon that you'll see. So coming down, braking for the hairpin, and we're through, and we're going to end up completing lap 1. So all successful so far. The tires are looking good, the fuel is not an issue, and just keeping that slipstream and keep going. So let's skip forward to the next clip now. So we're going to skip forward to, it's the same lap again, But as you can see, this is my issue. He's kind of all over the place. He's slowing it down. I can go a lot faster than this guy. So what you got to do is just got to be patient. And the guy behind me, to his credit, is being very patient also. He's not trying to go for a stupid move. So I can really recommend you getting your S rating up to 99 and always keeping it at 99. But I'm losing so much time here, and this is where I make contact with him into the hairpin. Coming down, he's going super defensive. I'm not going to try to overtake, but you know, this is not how you drive defensively like we discussed in my previous video. So all he's doing is slowing down. Now, here we go. Here's the result of my pressure, and he's off there. He's got dirty tires, and he's going to go sailing straight on like the Titanic. See you later. And I take first place. So learn how to pressure the guys if they're in front of you, want to get past. Some of them can take it, some of them can't. But I would have thought an AS rated driver would have been able to take it, but I guess not. So now we have some nice clean air. Now the important thing to remember in this race is if you get clean air, maximize that clean air and keep your tires up to temperature. Don't go on the grass, don't get them dirty, and just keep hitting those apexes like we discussed previously in previous videos. You can go back and watch some techniques to do. And yeah, so I'm out of breath so far, so we'll take it down a little bit here. So yeah, this race has been really good to me. I'm now back to my AS rating, so I'm really tough with that, and I'm gonna try and push forward onto A+. There were some AS rated guys I was racing in these 3 races I did, and yeah, some of them were super fast, but they were like rank resetters, you know, the guys that would always go up and down, and they got like about 1,000 wins or something like that, but they should be A+, but they can't hack it up there, so they race in B. I don't know why, because they're quite fast. But yeah, but some of them, and all in all, the normal AS guys I seem to be quite competitive against, so I think I can do quite well in AS, so I'm going to have a big push for that, and we're going to see how high we can get my DR. So this is going to be the next things to happen. So here we come through Spoon, and always bounce on that curb on the right hand side on the exit. You know, don't be afraid of that curb, because that curb is your friend. That gets the car nicely squared through the straight here for the exit. So remember, take this flat 130R, do not lift. If you're behind someone in the slipstream, maybe like a little bit, you can come off the power just in case you're unsure, and you won't lose much time. But if you got clean air like this, do not lift through that corner, it's completely flat. So yeah, we're coming through now, and yeah, the strategy. So let's talk about the strategy. So this race will need a pit stop, and you're going to need it on this lap number 5. So here's a pit stop coming up now. So no fuel is needed. You just get your car nicely over to the right hand side, and make sure you don't crash into the wall. That does help. And click X, and that's it. That's your pit stop done. There's no hard tires to take here. It's just medium to medium. There's no penalties for that. And you don't want any fuel, so click X as fast as you can, and you'll get in and out of the pits as fast as possible. So now we're back on the track, and we have a guy behind me, and he is 4/10 behind. So we have to make sure he doesn't overtake and keep our position, and that's just all it is really. There's really not a lot of places to overtake here. It's not like the race we had a few months ago back in February, late February. Same track, same cars, but it was 13 laps and more tyre wear, and we had to use the race hards and the mediums. The race hard was the mandatory tyre. So this race is around about 20 minutes long. That race was over 31 I think it was. So a very intense race, but this one not too bad at all. You'll be competitive on joypad and wheel 2, and you won't have any problems at all. So yeah, keep an eye on the mirror here. This is something interesting. We go through, have a little bit of wiggle ourselves, and we're going to see, yep, rip, unlucky mate. So yeah, coming out of the pits, remember, cold tires. You're going to have cold tires. The guys behind you are going to have cold tires. So just make sure you're not pushing 100% until they get warmed up after at least one lap. So not much else to see really. We're on the final lap already, and we're coming through for another win. We've got like a big gap behind us. All these guys up behind me are slightly higher rated as well. So it gives me good hope to perform well in the future races, going up to AS, and I hope I can see some of you guys in the lobbies too. So that will be really fun to race against you guys. So yeah, your tires are worn here on the last lap. You want to come through and just not do anything too crazy. If you're like me here, you've got a 7.3 second gap, and that's, you know, you don't want to chuck that away by getting distracted and chucking it away. into the scenery. On race 2, I kind of did that a little bit. I went under the bridge a little bit too wide, got dirty tires, which compromised me into this hairpin here. So yeah, that was kind of a wake-up call. So yeah, don't do that, and your tires will be fine. Keep them on the black stuff, and you'll be okay. So yeah, so I'm really excited for more races actually. I'm going to do some more races tomorrow and see where we end up and stuff like that. What I'm noticing is as well, on race number 3, I qualified in 4th place. I finished in 2nd because the 2 guys in front of me kind of like, dropped it and stuff. So yeah, the further up the grid you go, the harder you've got to qualify. And I didn't do very many miles in qualifying for my lap. So my optimal time was actually in the 47s. So around about 1.2 seconds faster than the top guys. So I'm pretty impressed about that. And if I could be bothered doing 150 to 200 miles in qualifying, I might just be a little bit further up. So anyway, there we go. That's race C in a nutshell. That's how to win it. That's me waffling on about all sorts of stuff during it. And it's as easy as that. So get your qualifying done, do the best lap you can do, keep your DR good, keep your SR good, and you'll get lots and lots of awesome wins and have some fun. So just remember, pit on lap 5, not lap 4 or lap 6. Lap 5 is the way to go. So thank you very much for watching. This is TJ, and I will see you next time. Happy racing.